Okay, my name's Richie Gray. I'm involved with the base development here at Borders College. BASE stands for Border Academy of Sport and Excellence. It was created 4.5 years ago, pretty much with the demise of the Border Reivers professional team. When we lost that professional arm down here in the Borders, we decided, along with the college and myself and many other groups, to try and create this Academy of Sport. Looking at the sports department at Borders College, and then adding to that specialisms in courses that we now have: rugby, football, downhill mountain biking and sport and exercise. So it's come a long way in the last 4.5 years, and we've also used the BTEC qualification, which was new in Scotland 3 or 4 years ago, but another number of other colleges are now using that. But obviously it gives you a progression, level 2 to level 3 to HNC. So it's a good progression for any youngster leaving school and wanting to go in their academic development to then take them on into university and also into jobs. The 3 key things that we look for with our students is obviously going forward with employability, giving them the chance to get qualifications behind them, and also to progress in their sport as well. So we've got a number of youngsters over the last 2 or 3 years, and some have been well documented, that have gone forward to represent their country or represent professional clubs in football, rugby and downhill mountain biking. And we also have a number of our sport and exercise students that have gone on to university and obviously employment. So that's really BASE. It's been fantastic to be involved in. We've got some great facilities now down here, brand new campus which we moved into 2 years ago, roughly millions of pounds worth of work put into that, linked in with Heriot-Watt University. We obviously have as well, just about a stone's throw from here, excellent pitches, undersoil heating. At Gala Rugby Club we've got a 3G pitch, all weather, that was opened 2 weeks ago. And we also have a fantastic facility, a gym, power gym facility, where all our athletes can use throughout their time in the week here. And the base courses are pretty much set up, so there's 3 strength conditioning sessions and 2 practical sessions in sport weekly, and then we encourage them to go out and obviously play at their clubs. So that's the BASE concept, going really well. Obviously we're always promoting it and look to try and kind of find the cutting edge and being different from everybody else. And we've certainly done that over the last 2 or 3 years with some great stories, some great PR stories as well regarding the college and what it's done for some of the youngsters that have gone through our programmes. On the back of that, obviously I'm heavily involved in rugby as well, and then sitting here I was asked to kind of put forward other things that I'm involved in. I'm involved in quite a lot of things, obviously revolving the sport. First and foremost, I'm an analyst for BBC Sports Sound on a Friday night for all the Rabo Direct pro games, and obviously the magazine shows. Myself and Jim Mason, who's the producer, and Peter Wright, who's a well-known name, and John Beattie as well. What we do is obviously talk up what's going to happen at the weekend, let everybody know what's going on in the professional game, club game, amateur game, Scottish Rugby Union, and it's been great, and obviously it links really well into the BASE concept as well, because you're always talking rugby, and it's great for promoting that too. But really enjoy the radio. It's a great hour or 2 or 3 hours on a Friday night where you can pretty much get the headphones on and talk about a sport that you love, and obviously try and portray that to the many listeners that listen in all over the country and obviously all over the world, because it's on the web as well, so you can listen into it, and it's a great honour more than anything to speak about a sport that you're heavily involved in. Obviously another thing that I'm involved in as well is a couple of years ago I gave up coaching the game, mainly due to the time that was spent involved with the BASE concept. But what it did allow me to do was sit back and look at inventing a machine that was, I thought, very much needed in this sport. And it took 3 or 4 years to do that, a number of planning and designing, and just pretty much a little hobby that I kind of did in my own time. And then one summer holidays it kind of took over for about 6 or 7 weeks, and that's when it kind of all came to fruition. And we created a machine called the Collision King, which has now been licensed to Rhino, who are the biggest kit equipment manufacturers in the world, well known for their outstanding rugby equipment, and obviously sponsored the British Lions in 2013. They also sponsored the Rabo Direct Pro League, heavily involved with Wales, England, and a number of the Premiership clubs. The Collision King, which is a rucking machine, brings around perfect dynamic body height in an area of the game that has really moved forward in the last year, and we now have distribution networks in New Zealand, Australia, soon to be South Africa, America, Malaysia, and obviously Great Britain and Europe. So it's been a great success story, and the piece of training equipment that I invented won the Rugby Expo Technical Innovation Award last year, which is a major sort of gold medal in the world of inventing rugby machinery, and hopefully it will go from strength to strength. The Junior Collision King gets launched next month at Roslyn Park School Sevens. It's a cut down version of the senior model, and hopefully it will be one of these types of machines that every club will look to use over the next 2 or 3 years, very similar to the scrummaging machine that a number of the rugby clubs have. So it's been really exciting, and obviously it's all linked into rugby again, which has allowed me to do a fair bit of travelling too. I was at the World Cup in 2011 for a couple of weeks, just promoting the machine across there, and there's a number of New Zealand clubs now have it, and it's just been fantastic. So base, BBC, rugby and Collision King have pretty much kept me busy over the last year or so, and hopefully it's just going to go from strength to strength. And with the base courses for next year, we're still looking to recruit youngsters from all over the country. It's an open door really. We've got a number of youngsters from England this year. We're also looking at foreign students as well, so we'll hopefully in the next year or so try and tap into the foreign student market, especially the developing game. Rugby Sevens over the last 2 or 3 years has become a massive promotional tool for the IRB, and obviously with Melrose just 4 miles down the road, the home of Rugby Sevens, it makes a great link. So we're hoping to bring as many foreign youngsters hopefully here to the borders to study and learn and play, and really who knows what's going to be around the corner. It's a great time to be involved in, great for the promotion of the whole base concept, and watch this space.